The COVID-19 is overwhelming the function and outcomes of education system. There are some differences with regards to the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on different countries' education system. According to the World Health Organization, Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, PhD, the decision to classify COVID-19 as pandemic was not easy, but resulted from concern for the alarming levels of diffusion and intensity and alarming levels of inaction. In the future, the presence of COVID-19 will clearly and permanently alter education, as we need to be able to adapt the online learning for all circumstances. As the crisis deteriorated, the worldwide lockdown resulted in the closing of educational facilities. To closure schools, college, and universities has resulted in stress educational management case with very few options. Online learning is known as either synchronous or asynchronous. Synchronous technology facilitates live connectivity between teacher and pupil. Example, audio conferencing, video conferencing, chats online, etc. Whereas asynchronous technology requires substantial delay in time between training and reception. Example, email, early video recording, discussion forums, etc. This major unplanned transition from conventional schooling to solely online learning has transformed the approaches used by medical institutions to offer courses to their students.
Students of the 21st century are introduced to multimedia textbooks and video lecture modules and computer-based tests. With this evolution of instructional techniques, many schools around the world have embraced a flipped classroom style for instruction. It has long been accepted that online teaching strategies are an effective learning tool. However, online learning can be difficult for students due to restricted nonverbal contact. Other factors such as connections with students and teachers, usability of materials, and time management can also influence the views of online education participants. The researchers choose the topic pandemic specifically about the challenges experienced by the students in their online classes because others may not know the full scope behind the smile they tend to display. The tears and sorrows they incline to hide in their loving families and friends. On the other hand, to cease or to exist simply portrays the life of the student. Either they succeed in their study while the pandemic is on the run or not. Hence, this study will aim to provide the challenges and struggles encountered by the students while in their online studies in times of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Global issue is a problem that affects the global community. This topic is a global issue because the COVID-19 affects 218 countries worldwide in two international conveyances according to Worldometers as of December 16, 2020. The researchers picked three countries for this research that are still experiencing this problem: the United States, India, and Brazil. The researchers picked these three countries because they are in the topmost cases of COVID-19, starting from top 1 United States with a total cases of 17,141,270, followed by India with 932,908, and Brazil with 6,974,258. According to National Center for Education Statistics 2020, it is estimated that across the United States there are 56.4 million students are forecast to attend elementary, middle, and high school, and 19.7 million students are forecast to attend colleges and university. According to IBEF.org 2020, India has over 250 million students going to school. According to Export.gov 2019, the basic education system has 57 million students, 8.7 million students in preschool, elementary school with 37.2 million students, and 11.1 million in high school. 7.3 million enrolled students in its higher education sector across Brazil.
Chapter 3, Solving the Issue. So I'll be presenting to you the initiatives or the solutions given by the different countries and our country as well on how they combat or solve the issue on the challenges faced by the students towards online classes in the period of COVID-19 pandemic. So first and foremost, we have China. With all the schools closed because of the coronavirus epidemic, the nation proceeded on what may be the biggest online collaborative learning exercises in the humanities civilization. So the Ministry of Education launched an initiative entitled Ensuring Learning Undisrupted when the classes is disrupted. Apparently, the minister held teleconferences to the coordinate of the implementation of the school's administration, online platform curriculum providers, telecommunication companies, and other constituents. Second, we have Renee. So, in the midst of these unexpected actions, in order to conform immediately to the new reality, higher education institutions in the Sultanate had to find ways and incorporate various distance communication and online teaching and learning interventions. They have therefore developed numerous action plans and steps ranging from entirely face-to-face teaching to various forms of collaborative learning. Brunei are faced with decisions to pursue what is deemed for best for everyone, their particular circumstances, and their teachers and students. We also have for Latin America, these initiatives also involve a specific innovation resources platform and or a learning management system or LMS where students access instructional materials by logging in. Tools such as WhatsApp, mobile and or social media are being used to associate teachers with students and provide students and parents with pedagogical feedback and support. Solutions taken in the Philippines. So according to Secretary Rayones, though there will be no face-to-face classes and sessions until everything assured for the safety of the students and the teachers, blended and distant learning is not as novel as coronavirus in the Philippines, and such method is already offered in some schools and universities across the world. Blended learning or hybrid learning from the perspective of DepEd is the distribution of printed materials to the learners' homes, be it the barangay villages, is a fusion of online distant learning.
As for the solving the issue, we have research about what initiatives and solutions that every country do in times of this pandemic. Most common solutions is implementing online classes. Like in China, all schools are temporarily closed and implemented online collaborative learning and improve of internet connectivity in different places in China so that no problems will occur during online classes. As for Brunei, implementing also online classes and closing of schools are to be followed with social distancing as well and improving as well the internet connectivity in their respective places. And for the third is in the Latin America, launching of online classes and in providing online platforms to be used in online teaching to be used in online teaching. And for the last is the Philippines provide online classes for students to learn at a distant distant providing printed materials to be delivered and hope that e-learning could work as electronics and desktop is available in each students. But for me, in order to solve these challenges of students is to implement academic freeze because students are having trouble or hard times in attaining online classes, and many of these could lead to pressure of the students and it could lead to depression or suicide.